Brawl News. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Starting things off here at the top of the video, seeing I've been hearing a ton of discussion about how to get more free tracks in the game. It makes sense, right? We need to get progression from this event from tracks, right? Everyone wants them for free, how to get more. While at the same time, I've been seeing a lot of videos of people explaining how to get free tracks for free, and I feel like it's kind of convoluted. It's actually really simple. There's a set amount of tracks that we will be able to get for free in this event, and if you just go to the patch notes in the news tab, you can scroll down here on the drop down menu and you can see verbatim how many we can get through the entire event. So obviously you're going to be able to get the most from logging in every single day. The BrawlStar's dev team wants you to be active in this event. You get it from contests, daily wins, special quests, as well as the mega train event once it does come around the corner. But where things start to get a little bit interesting, though it's not that crazy. I wish there were a little bit bigger values here on this one. The Supercell store, you can get 5 tracks. We have yet to hear what that is. As in, I don't know what the code would be, but I'm sure it would be distributed much like with past events over here on the Supercell store. There is a little redeem code here on default on the store at the very bottom of the page. So make sure to stay tuned. It's only 5 tracks. I don't know. I guess it could set some people over the amounts that they would need for their next reward or something like that. It'd be cool to get a little bit more than that. I know free is always good, but it just seems funny that it's only 5. But I guess in a future video, I'll be sure to let you guys know once this code does come around the corner so you can get that at least. But then the final way as well is content creator freebies. This has happened a few times in the past for different events where content creators will be able to get like a customized QR code that will be featured in a video that you guys can scan for. It looks like a grand total of 20 free tracks there. Now, I don't know if this is like capped out. For example, if you scan my QR code, it won't work on another QR code, but it's definitely worth checking once this does come around the corner. Scan mine, scan anyone's, and then maybe you can kind of trickle around inside the community for different content creators to get more. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but it's worth a check. I'll check back in if that does actually work, but kind of doubting it. But then you get a grand total of 624. Y'all can just go back and look at all of this. So, it's not bad. Again, a lot of people have been talking about it, been seeing a lot of videos. It's just in the news tabs, the patch notes, if you guys want to take a look at it for yourself. Now, while we are on the topic of freebies, it's been a very long time since I've brought this up, but it's an important practice if you guys are free to play here in this game. Every single brand new season of the Brawl Pass, which we just got into here recently in the update, you're able to go over to the Supercell store, log in, and claim 10 free gems. It's kind of redundant. I don't know if you guys are real min-max or free-to-play players inside of Brawl Stars, but it's always important to go over here and claim your 10 free gems every single Brawl Pass season. It adds up over time. That's all I'm going to say. It adds up, and it's pretty rare to get free gems in general inside of Brawl Stars, so got to take what we can get. In other news, getting into some stuff. As you guys know, with any update, there are bugs and glitches, and I am keen on investigating a few others outside of the very popular ones. There's a few that I feel like are really fun and not like crazy game breaking that I would like to feature. If you guys are interested in that, you guys know I'm a huge enjoyer of glitches and bugs if they're not nuts, right? If they don't destroy the meta. But let me know if you want to see that. I know a few that are pretty interesting that I don't know if people know about, but one in particular that I'm sure you guys have heard about that I wanted to touch on in this episode today is the insane kit madness going on. Is it just me, or I feel like every single update something nuts happens with Kit? Kit is just the source of so much issues, I feel like, right? Or just anger. If you didn't know, Kit interacts really strangely with 2 different power-ups in this game that makes him just an absolute menace. It's so good to the point where you're seeing full-on team wipes almost every single game. If there's a Kit on the enemy team, it's going to be a freaking bad game. This Kit bug is so bad that we're seeing a lot of people inside the community calling for a banning of Kit, a temporary ban, which we've seen in rare cases, but for certain important cases in the past for brawlers. I think it's happened like 5 different times where there's like a game-breaking bug or something that's really bad for the game that they'll temporarily disable the brawler until they fix it. And in my eyes, I feel like it's so bad that it's ruining games and the meta just in like the Subway Surfer super game modes, right, going on right now. So I would love to see something like this, even seeing people like Ash saying we need this. He's ruining the Subway Surfer event, and I couldn't agree more. Put this dude on ice, dude. Put him on the bench. He needs to think about what he's done wrong, man. Come on. But next up, we got some interesting news here. You guys know I'm a fan of Easter eggs. Hey, I have my enjoyment inside of this game. Sometimes they're a little bit more on the strange side of things, cursed accounts and all that good stuff. But Easter eggs are some of my favorites. And if you guys haven't heard, there's a really interesting Easter egg at the very end of the track. If you scroll, I've seen a lot of people thinking that it just goes on forever. Every single value that you get past here is just 50 coins, which I believe I saw a total number. It adds up to like 900,000 coins, which is nuts. But there is a limit, and it would take me, I think, like 5 to 10 minutes just to get to the end, which we ain't doing that in this episode, okay, bro? But people found once you scroll to the very end, there is a really, really cool Easter egg that I wish it meant something maybe a little bit different, but hey, I've been around since global release and all that good jazz. I'm a fan. I'm a die-hard OG Brawl Stars enjoyer, so I can find enjoyment out of this. But it could have been a cool Easter egg, right? But people are speculating that the end of the track, with the grand total of tracks to get to the end being 18-12-12, translates to the global release date. Just a fun little nod to some Brawl Stars history, right? But could you imagine if they did like some sort of code going on here for like a huge change coming out in the future? That would have been so good. I feel like it's been a long time since Brawl Stars has done stuff like that. I'm just fiending for cool Easter eggs. But rounding the corner to the next bit of important news here in this episode, a lot of people were questioning where the hypercharges were with the release of the update. It's kind of like a ongoing practice that we've gotten used to here with updates. It's some of the content, the new content whenever a new update comes out, is to get the hypercharges with the different deals and offers. But this time around, it did not happen. So I'm here to inform you all when they should be released. Our GOAT Chosen reporting in when these should be coming out, and this is just general knowledge. The Brawl Stars dev team allowed us to give this information out to all of you guys as well. But the new hypercharges are planned to be coming out late next week, and today is Sunday, so next week is Monday. So mark your calendars for maybe like Thursday, Friday, something like that. You can expect them to come out. I think the hypercharges are looking pretty dang cool. Some look a lot better than others, one of which that I was really, really nervous about was Larry Laurie's, but we do have further information on what it's actually going to be like, and it might not be as bad as we thought. Ash, I believe, was one of the first people to report on this, doing a little bit of digging into how long it takes to get Larry Laurie's hypercharge. It takes them 27 hits, 3.4 supers to get one hypercharge, and I believe this was actually nerfed. If you guys saw some past gameplay footage of Larry Laurie during like sneak peek videos, it might have been different, but I think they ended up nerfing it. So you can expect a Larry Laurie hypercharge like one time a game, and I would guess at the tail end of a longer match. So I don't think it's going to be that bad. And in my humble opinion, as we've been progressing through metas and getting context from like pro players and their opinions on hypercharges, I feel like I kind of like the idea of like hypercharges only being like a one-time use in a game. Nowadays in Brawl Stars, I feel like hypercharges just play so much of a role in the game that sometimes it's a bit overwhelming, and I don't know. What do you guys think about that? But then rounding the corner once again to another reoccurring question I've been seeing a bit here. People already looking forward to future events outside of the Subway Surfer one that we just started. And I guess I wouldn't blame you if you're trying to keep up to date with some of this stuff, but I have been seeing a lot of people questioning when Mina is going to be released with the brand new, very first new brawler release event. It was actually leaked in a few content creators' episodes of the Boombox opening videos, which I was one of them, unfortunately. But if you do, just check the patch notes. If you guys question some of these things from time to time, a lot of it is and can be found in the patch notes pretty easily. But here in week 3, Mina's release event is going to be starting. So we are currently in week 1, about to start week 2, I believe. So Mina is right around the corner, and I'm excited to see how the very first like new brawler release event and that structure is going to work out. But yeah, man, that's just about all I got for you guys here in this episode today. A little bit more of a lighter episode of Brawl News, just trying to address some of the questions some people have been having here inside of the game. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and we'll be talking really, really soon. Adios, everybody. Take care.